whether we were going with it, but
I don't know.
who even cares?
Who cares? Who cares is the question.
Does anyone even fucking care?
Somebody say that they care in the chat.
Guys,
Nobody
One of you,
cares.
does any one of you care? Because that's really all.
There's nothing to care about.
I need a reason to wake up tomorrow.
Come on, what's going on?
Come on, guys. Yeah. Woo, come on down. You, the next contestant on Living a Constant Recurring Nightmare. Every day is just the same as yesterday. There is no hope for it to change. You'll never see any kind of differences or any kind of improvement. In fact, the only thing that will happen is you'll go down deeper and deeper into the well. It's like a dumbwaiter that's being operated by Satan. It's coming right down. You're going to go right into the beef stew of hell. Your body is just going to slowly simmer from the feet to the face. Everything is going to be boiled, wet, chunky, juicy, and delicious.
Yeah. Just like McDonald's. McDonald's this week brought to you by McDonald's.
Chicken nuggets now, $50 for $14.99.
Take it away, Bob.
Make sure you get your pet's nuts cut off.
Otherwise, we're going to run out of nuggets. There, I said it. All these years has been to feed my nugget addiction.
Hold on.
And I refuse to tell anything else. Fire me, I don't care. Just keep the nuggets coming.
Did we establish? I can't remember. Have we done a check-in? Is he deceased now, or is
Bob
he
Barker?
still going?
I don't remember.
I think because there was some debate last time.
there was debate. Yeah,
Let me
let's
look this
find
up
out
really,
if he's still
really
alive
quickly,
or not.
and
Yeah.
I can vamp like this because we're not really.
No, we're not. We're not on. Nobody's here.
Bob Barker.
He's got. I think he died after that Adam Sandler movie. He's not. He's dead. He's got to
He
be
is
dead.
still alive.
Oh my God.
He just turned 99.
What is going on?
December 12th. He just turned 90 fucking 9. Oh my God. He was born in 1923. He's I'm telling you, those nuts kept him alive.
Oh my
It's those
God.
nuts in those ovaries.
It's
Allison.
he was
Help!
just harvesting the
Tell
souls of all of those little kittens and
I'm-
puppies that were never born.
It's so important to me to know this because I could possibly live forever.
Right.
Because I have direct access to these nuts
You do.
and ovaries.
You
These
do.
Nuts and eggs.
Yeah, you can put them together into some sort of like immortal trail mix.
Mhm.
And
Eating cat testicles every 4 hours just so I can maintain possible this possible immortality.
yeah,
like
but
a Dorian Gray.
Yeah, it is.
Like
At what cost? The future of your pet population. That's
I think it's good.
that's the cost.
It's a win-win. It's a win-win. He gets to live forever,
Right.
which is fine because
Right.
he's not bothering anyone.
that's just
He's
true.
not spouting off some alt-right bullshit.
He
He's
did.
keeping real fucking quiet. So low profile, in fact, that we don't even know if he's still alive.
That's exactly right. It's. I mean, I thought
We
Dick
expect
Van
him to
Dyke was
go.
flying under the radar.
He beat Betty White,
Yeah,
no doubt.
Yeah.
That's it. He
Yeah.
beat her.
yeah. Bob Barker, what's happening?
Bob Barker.
Come on down.
He spun that wheel, and I am wanting to believe that he maybe has some kind of deal with the devil going on.
Yeah,
in
it's
that
got
game.
to, because he's
true.
involved in gambling. It's
The devil
devil's game.
loves gambling.
It's the devil's
He
game.
loves it. That's his favorite thing.
Mhm.
If Drew Carey continues to live on forever and ever,
Yeah,
I'm going to start to feel like there's a correlation.
I will become far more suspicious if Drew Carey does start to live forever. Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, we're young enough that we can see the progress.
Yeah, we'll see him. We'll either see him die or stay alive.
Yeah, he'll probably die.
Yeah,
He doesn't have any magic in him.
Drew Carey just has cholesterol.
Why the
Yeah,
why the fuck was he chosen? By the way,
Drew Carey.
Yeah,
Just the glasses, I guess. It was just the frames were
he
wide enough.
hosted. Whose line is it anyway? And he was
Yep.
the least interesting part of it.
He was the worst.
He's
part of it.
he just sort of has that speech pattern where he sort of he sort of just runs through the whole thing.
Yeah.
He just stutters through a sentence
and then just smiles.
and points the manners. Anyway, Colin Ryan, come on
Yeah.
up, Colin Ryan,
1,000 points because I don't care.
because I jerked off to your mom last
That's right.
night. That's why. 1,000 points for me. My mom's dead. I know. That's why
Trust
it got me so hot.
Trust me. In fact, another 1,000 points for me.
Another 1,000 points just for knowing that information.
1,000 points for your mom.
God knows she needs them. She's just a rotting skeleton in the
You
bottom.
can go
of
over to Western Union. You can send her the points in hell. Yeah.
Man, I wonder. Oh, it'd be great if we could just like send our deceased, like the people who are deceased, if they could just maintain mailboxes at their graves.
Well, you could. I mean, the maintenance people will just come and throw them away.
Yeah, they'll comb through it, see if there's anything valuable, anything useful.
Yeah, you can
And-
just pretend like they got the message.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what happened. We sent the RSVP to the wedding 4 years ago. We still haven't heard anything back.
See, it almost seems like he's just not paying it any attention.
It seems like he's preoccupied with some other things, like gnashing his teeth and being roasted alive.
I got into this dumbwaiter and I didn't know where it went. It went all the way down to hell.
You are skimming all of these weird news stories. You have no idea.
I'm always right on the pulse. My
Wait till
life
you get to it.
is on the pulse of the weirdest parts of this world, and that's why
You're
most
not,
of my
you're
rants.
not bringing them up directly, but there are elements of what you're saying that are major points of all the weird news stories.
I swear to God, and I don't know them. How
mean,
can I know? I don't know where you get them from.
After 300 episodes, you just sort of
I'm
get
just
a
locked-
sense.
I'm locked in. This is some kind of a matrix, dude. Like they created it. They had to create it flawed. That's
Yeah.
why we are the way we
Well,
are.
yeah, inevitably,
Because
of course.
otherwise it wouldn't be.
we'd
wouldn't
rise up.
sell.
Yeah,
yeah.
we'd rise up, and then it would be Terminator. Say we don't
Right.
want, we can't afford that that crossover yet.
I saw some weird video of a lady who was like, she was explaining that Terminator is the prequel to the Matrix because eventually, like, they put everyone into the, but she was explaining it from like a religious perspective.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. Because once Jesus
'Cause
comes back,
but Jesus came back, and that's why he was John
Jesus,
Connor. Yeah,
he's-
because they were like JC, Jesus, John Connor. I was like, what?
I'm following
Did
you.
you fucking
Keep going.
smoke before you started ranting on this?
The blue pill's what they
Oh,
smoked.
I took
All
the
right.
blue pill, and Morpheus came to me in my sleep, and he said, "Take them pants off now."
Take them pants
them
off.
fucking
Right
pants
now. And then he turned into one of the giant alien robot things with all the tentacle arms. And he came up and he told me I had to get back in my pod, otherwise he was going to make me be Bob Barker's butler. He's going to live forever. So
Are we recording any of this?
yeah, it's on the
All right,
stream.
that's fine, whatever.
I think Allison's here. We got one. Pretty sure
Allison,
that's it.
we've only got.
Yeah,
You're the only
I know.
person to experience this.
Yeah, this is it.
particular-
Like we said,
This is all the best
pre-show.
material.
Pre-show is always it.
I literally am gonna dry right out. That's what I'm saying. We
We're
should
gonna
just
start
record
we
this.
should start another show that's just the pre-show. It's only like 15 minutes.
Yeah. Those would be literally gold. If we just limited it down to 15 minutes, it'd be fucking pure gold. And this is the problem. We are like dinosaurs in the social media age.
Yeah, of course we are.
You and me, like doing this hour-long podcast.
You mean people are going to find us underground many years in the
and we'll
future?
finally be valuable because they'll use our bones to fuel their futuristic cars. And finally, I'll be worth something. Shit. Oh, it's good to know that eventually it
Oh,
will
yeah.
all come back around, and I will be worth something.
Well, fashion is cyclical, so
Mhm.
you know.
And are we stopping our deceased loved ones from becoming valuable oil in the future by burying them in boxes? Are we robbing them of that?
Or are we pre-packaging them?
when they finally start having an energy crisis, they just go digging down into graveyards. Look at this one; it's perfect.
What the fuck is going on? There's these boxes of oil buried in this field. They marked it with a rock. What a bunch of idiots.
This is wait a minute. If you want to secure the future of your generations of your family,
Yes,
go buy a cemetery.
That's
a
right.
whole cemetery.
that's right.
If you can just get the land to a cemetery,
Mhm.
your family will be set forever.
That's all you got to do.
Because that's the modern day. I mean, well, it's the future.
Just stick with no crypts, no above ground monuments.
Mm-mm.
It's all the in ground ones.
Sell 'em
Then
all
you
off.
can just clear cut that field every once in a while.
That's right.
It's easy, keep up. Just drive over the bouquets. They don't care.
Eventually, all the people who were related to those ancestors, will
Yeah.
forget all about them.
Yeah, they don't care.
Since when have you ever visited one of your ancestors' graves?
I go
Do you
every
even
Thursday.
know where they are?
Well,
Every-
sometimes. Somebody in here knows me.
You just throw a stone and whatever
That's right.
the tombstone it hits.
Yeah, yeah.
You just walk up to that one and start saying your piece.
Listen, I know all these lines are connected. Are you just tell the operator that I'm trying to reach great aunt my great aunt here. She's waiting on this message. Let her know that the Powerball numbers are 30.
Let her know.
That was her final wish. I promised I'd tell her.
I said, and you would have been right. That's the thing.
That was really the
little
kicker.
longer.
She knew exactly what they were supposed to be, but they wouldn't let her out of the ward to buy a ticket. So
there are so many people with the delusion that they're going to win the Powerball.
Oh, of course there is. That's what makes Powerball work.
It's amazing.
That's what gambling is.
It's incredible.
They're like, I'm the one that's got the magic,
and my luck's going to finally play out for me.
I can't wait. I can't wait to see how much money I've won.
And everyone's
attention
like,
to
they
the
act
loss.
like it's cute.
Yeah.
When they say, "Oh, when I finally hit the Powerball, hit the lotto," you should be like everyone else around should be trying to kill them when they say that.
Shame,
because that's my money. That's my money.
Wait till they win. Anybody who says once I hit the Powerball, I'm really going to have a great life. You say, well, let me have your phone number, address, possibly the last 3 digits of your social. Just so I can keep an eye on
Would be better
things.
if you had the last 4.
Well, now 3 is all we need. We're not government.
We're not
government.
We're not trying to take it all.
We just want to narrow down the people that we're searching for on the dark web.
Right.
That's really what we want to find out. Just a little bit of information.
The first 5 numbers really aren't that hard to figure out. They fish for that shit when you do those Facebook quizzes and they're like, what's your stripper name is your first, wherever you live, the street you lived on,
right?
And your pet's first name. They're like fishing for passwords and stuff. But if you just know where a person was born,
mine would be Bryansville Poochie.
And that's very appropriate for you, in my opinion. You don't want Bryansville Poochie to go chowing down on this muff.
That's right.
Bryansville Poochie's coming to town.
Clear the landing strip. Here comes the
plane. You make the noises you get out to. It's like 9/11 on this.
We're gonna crash!
It's gonna be 9/11 between your legs because I'm gonna fucking destroy you. It's going to be a national tragedy when I do, but
the second building's about to go down.
Every orgasm is like the moment that Secret Service guy came up and whispered into George W. Bush's ear while he was reading to those kindergartners. We're not doing the show today. This is all the material. I have no more material.
There's nothing left.
I've got nothing else.
Oh, what a better point to start the show. Oh my God. Well, let's see. Oh God, if this thing ever fucking starts. Never starts.
Oh man, we should have just stuck with your idea when we just recorded off the bat.
Yep. So much for that.
Yeah, we just gotta fire him up right off the bat.
There it goes. All right, here we go, everybody.
Please have your attention. I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story, and I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Jake, and then wait. What does that do? Did that blow your mind? That just happened.
This corner weighing in at 180 pounds.
Darkness, everybody.
You've got a dirty, whorish mouth.
What a fucking amateur. Am I wrong? No. Am I wrong? Yeah. Okay, then. Hail to the king, baby.
Oh, fuck it, dude. Let's go, Bull.
You tell anyone about this, I'll fucking kill you. I'm kidding. We'll come back by tonight. Okay?
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Kickstart with Matt.
And also Matt.
And also, as usual, nobody else. And
no one
also,
else.
as usual, we just burnt all the good material before the show.
And we've broken it all up with the intro.
It's complete.
So now I'm just thinking about my hand motions. Like I need
Spotlight.
chalk here, Matt, because I want to do that. Was that LeBron James?
Oh, you
LeBron
mean
James, where he like
yeah.
throws it up in the air. I need a gimmick.
It's Lawan Brames.
Lawan Brames.
Yeah.
Lawanda Brames.
That's in the office. Did you ever see that one? No, LaShawn Brames. That's what it said. Because Michael says something to Daryl. He's like, like LeBron James. He's like, it's like LaShawn Brames.
He's always fucking with like the fact that Michael looks at him as like the authority on black people.
Oh, this tells Stanley. He's sort of the key to our like urban vibe. And he goes, urban. I grew up in a small town. What seems urban about me to you? Oh my
Stanley
God.
is 100% my mentality about work.
Yes. Yeah. He's my mentality for life.
Yeah.
Let's
that's
get
the right
through
one.
this so that we can just be completely insane.
Don't
later.
inconvenience me.
Get
Don't-
away.
Don't make me do anything extra.
No.
You know, and even if you make me sit through some bullshit, I'm just going
Right.
to distract myself with
Exactly.
something else.
Yeah, there's not enough life in my veins to deal with whatever this is that you're forcing me to go through. I'm gonna sustain us for both of our sakes with this crossword puzzle. That's how I approach life. It really is. That's what do they call that? An amore, right? That's amore.
amore. When a big piece of pie hits your eye, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's
It
it's
hurts,
it's
though.
1940s clowns where they were real assholes, but yeah. So let's see here. What do we have going on? Absolutely nothing. We were under the impression that this week was Valentine's Day.
We
but
wanted to skip ahead, right?
yeah, we
you know,
really wanted to catapult ourselves into the future.
right to the 14th.
By the way, we're not going to be here next week. I'll be out of state, and Matt's going to be
I'll be in a
in
weird,
state.
out of my normal mental
He'll
state.
be in a different state.
I'll be in the state legally.
Yeah. So you'll have to go back and listen to old episodes.
Go back and
and find your favorite episode. How about that?
How about you call up the Facebook
Yeah.
part,
Yeah.
the pre-show, so that you can listen to all the actual jokes and good material that we have. Because as soon as we turn on for this show, I don't
Yeah.
have anything anymore.
That's true.
I'm completely dried up. I'm devoid of anything.
I mean, if that's not an
Let's-
analogy for life.
Let's spend 1 to 2 minutes in absolute fucking silence. Let's start hurting the listener. Why don't we start actively doing things to destroy their sense of
we can
well-being?
manipulate everything.
I want people to know what it's like to be me. So
I want you to know how terrible it is to sit in the deafening silence
Mhm.
that is the moments after every time I make a joke that I'm not sitting at this table.
I have to laugh at my own jokes loudly.
Yes, very loud. But I over broadcast them too. You really have to turn it up to 110.
I want aliens to hear my jokes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that aliens do hear our jokes,
Good.
and there's
There's a possibility.
they're laughing so hard that they fall on the
Oh,
accelerator
is there a-
right into the sun.
right into a comet.
Right. It's that whole satellite network that keeps the asteroids from hitting the Earth.
Yeah.
It's actually just a bunch of aliens, and they just turn the speaker. They have our podcast. You know, they have an MP3 player or whatever. And it's all hooked up. It's all.
They have a Zune.
It's all. It's a Zune.
It's the superior technology. We just gave up on it down here. That was our mistake.
We sold it to NASA, so we just started putting out shitty bugs in the updates, and that way everybody would abandon it, and then we could have it as proprietary government technology.
That's actually fucking genius.
They had the big screen before iPod did. All
oh my
that.
god, dude. That's Bill Gates running.
I
the
still
show.
have all three of mine.
all 3 of mine
Yeah.
were stolen.
Oh, that's right, they were.
All of them.
Yeah, well, see, I'm telling you, government agencies,
They knew how much I liked it. I was trying to proselytize.
they're coming after you.
I was all about the Zune.
Mhm.
If you go back to, well, these episodes I don't think are online anymore, but way back, in our show, because this show's been going on for like 15 years plus.
Yeah.
I was like all about the Zune.
Yeah.
And I swear to God, I've had 2 Zunes stolen out of my car. And I'm pretty sure the last one I had just died or something. But
Yeah, I had one that that died on me too. Yeah, that
Can you still purchase them? I'm gonna look it up.
you can't buy them new anymore. They don't exist.
Oh, no,
they're not
they-
manufactured, but you can still get them on like eBay and stuff.
Oh
Like that.
yeah.
But the
I used
problem
to
is,
play. Do you remember the game that was on it?
oh, there was like 3 games on
It
there.
was a Tetris type game.
Yes,
I played the
I
fucking shit
yeah,
out of
man.
that game.
I do remember that. I
Oh.
forgot about that
I
game.
used to play for hours.
Yeah, I
So
have it right in the other room. I gotta charge them up again. I have my docking station.
Mm.
Because as everybody was just throwing those things away, I was like, well, I don't have that part. I'll take that part.
Yeah,
you know?
you just sifted through the garbage and found all the things you
That's
needed.
it. My God, I felt like a whaler.
That's
So-
you got there, all the good meat and everything that was
Oh,
drifting
it's-
out into the
it's-
sea.
It's in there. Yep, it's all
Just hooked
good.
it in.
Got the giant Zune head on the dock there. Yeah, it's one day we'll figure out, what they're doing, how they're figuring. Like maybe Facebook has gotten all the Zunes, linked them together in some daisy chain,
Mhm.
and they're all just telling the habits of all of these people.
You think that's what, like, that weather balloon was?
Yeah, that's definitely
The
what
spy
it was.
balloon?
Yeah, I was hoping. I saw.
I don't know anything about this. So I'm hoping you're going to inform me on it.
No, I'm not going to inform you on it
What?
that much. No, it's just China. It's just China coming in with their spy balloons. But I saw Paul Stanley put on his Instagram page that it was him. Like
That was him?
there was like a zoomed in shot of the balloon, and he was like strapped to it in his Kiss makeup with his guitar, and he's like, "I'm coming out there to see you people," because that's what he always says before he gets on the little trapeze thing and swings him out the ground. And I thought that was the most appropriate. That, and I saw Pixar's new movie Down, which was after they shot the balloon, and then they,
Oh.
So most of it was a terrible attempt to bring some levity to the reality that we are constantly being spied on
Pixar?
by Pixar and Paul Stanley,
I believe that because
who
there's-
works for Pixar.
Paul Stanley is owned by Disney, and I'm not surprised by that one bit.
Well,
Because
you got to get your money somewhere.
Gene Simmons, like, if he could get that Disney money, he's gonna get it.
Oh, you fucking better believe it. And only if they give him enough, because otherwise he's just going to try and buy the whole company.
He is not really. He is not. Kanye West probably is not a fan of Gene Simmons.
That's
I'll put it to you that
that's
way.
a safe estimation. I think that's accurate.
He's like a stereotype.
Yes. Well, yeah, he's a product of his time. That's
and
for
I
sure.
say this like I'm not. They're not that interesting as far as like Kiss overall as a band.
Sure.
he is just like the greediest motherfucker
He
of all
is.
time.
That is his prime motivator. Money.
It's all about the money.
It's all about the money. That's why he trademarked the money bag.
I know. Yeah, dude.
Mhm.
That's just insane.
Mhm. Well,
He was ahead of his time though, because that's what everybody's doing nowadays.
well,
And this is also,
yeah.
well, our show will never fly on like TikTok or any of that other bullshit
Sure.
Instagram, because we're using licensed like music, like the X Files.
Oh yeah, we do.
And
We
all that
can't.
shit.
I'm surprised that they don't take all of our shit off of YouTube all the time, but it's still on there for
We're
some
so
reason.
under the radar.
Sometimes they do grab it and throw it off, but which is dumb because we just use the same thing. And I
Yeah.
mean, I think what it is because we talk over it a lot of times.
Yeah,
Then
it's harder.
then the
for it to
robots
tell.
don't pick it up. But
Mhm. It is harder
You never
because
know.
like I've come across videos of like recent TV show clips,
Mhm,
and it'll be like a cash register running every now and then, just and then it goes back to the regular audio,
right.
and it's punctuated by this nonsense.
Yeah, you
I
just
think
gotta get it
break
in
up
there.
the algorithm so it's not finding your shit.
It's what it's all about. It's what it's all about. Yeah. But Juan says there's not enough dough on planet Earth for Mr. Simmons. I
That
think
is
that's,
absolutely right.
absolutely the way that it is.
It's a sad existence too, because like
Yeah.
if that's all your motivation is,
Right.
I mean, you never will be happy because you're never going to have it.
yeah, unless the happiness comes from the pursuit of the money.
Well-
Then he'll always be happy.
But well, I suppose that's true. It depends on
know.
exactly how it goes. Yep.
He enjoys making the money. I don't know. I think he has other people that spend it for him.
Yeah,
Not going to say who.
He don't have time to spend all
But-
that money.
Just hopefully never. I'm not even gonna get into it. I'm not even gonna. There's this whole fucking long thing of like I watched every episode of Gene Simmons Family Jewels. I listened to all these fucking like audio books and
Yeah,
shit
you
that he
gave me
put
one
out.
of them.
Which one did I give
It
you?
was about like business and his perspective on how
Oh.
to be successful and stuff like that.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I don't even remember that, but
Yeah,
it's been a long
I
time.
had a CD you made for me.
Oh, there you go. Hey, there you are.
That's why I know. That's why I know all about his like
He's a-
bullshit. He trademarked OJ. And all
Oh
that
yes,
shit
of
like
course. Yeah, of course he did, and he loves to talk about that too.
That.
Before the drink, he loves to
Yeah.
add that the drink.
The drink.
Well,
Not
that's good.
not the
murderer. That's good. I'm glad that he's made that clarification for our sake. So let's see what's been going on. Anything? No, nothing. I can't think of a goddamn thing.
Every time we go through this particular segment here,
Yeah.
and we're like, what's been going on?
Yeah,
I almost have nothing to add to anything. I mean, we still don't have a show date for our Prince Diamond.
No, yeah, the Nightmare Show has not been scheduled yet.
We have none of that. We're just kind of in limbo right now.
Right.
I'm working on trying to release singles and stuff with Sonder.
Mhm.
Really, Greg's working on that. But maybe playing a show in the near future with Sonder. But other than that, I don't really have anything exactly.
Good.
I don't have any anything, any
Good.
plans or anything new to talk about. My life's boring. I'm going to see. I'm going to go see. Are you going on Saturday to Suze's birthday thing?
No, I didn't get an invite to
Yes,
it.
you did
When?
on Facebook.
Huh?
You and Kara are invited.
Oh, I didn't get
You
it.
guys are invited.
I didn't see it.
Nate's wife's.
Yeah.
they're
Well,
having a
no, I
party this
can't. I can't
Saturday.
go anyway because
I figured.
one, that's my nephew's birthday party that day,
Oh, is it?
and I also have open house, so I won't be able to go.
I knew it was the open house.
Yeah,
I was like,
It's always the same weekend as my nephew's birthday.
mhm.
Always.
Yeah, it's the 11th is So
Yeah.
I have that going on. Hopefully, Sean I think is going, and
Good.
some Thunderfist guys. Hopefully, be able to see Jordan and
Yeah.
maybe Tom this time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows what
Maybe
might
he'll
happen
show up.
there? Maybe. I'll definitely.
And my drummer Mike from Sonder is going to be there
why is that?
because he's friends with Nate.
Oh my God!
Did I
well,
tell you that?
hey there. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You did tell me that. You did tell me that. Well,
Yeah.
that's good. That's good. We'll get the crossing the streams going on there for you. Huh? That'll be.
It's kind
That'll
of
be an
uniquely
exciting
funny
event.
because like Nate is now here. We're beyond COVID because
Right.
he lives here.
Right.
So it's like now we're able to see each other, and I haven't seen him in like over a decade.
Sure.
And,
That's not true. He was just here.
well, no, I know. But prior to that,
Oh,
prior to all that, prior to like the 2021, the
we just saw each other
changeover.
not that long ago.
Oh yeah, no, I just went to Sean's place for like a party.
Yeah.
that I saw Nate finally, and I finally met his wife, who's really
Mhm.
funny.
Oh, yeah.
She's very cool. I like her a lot.
You weren't at the wedding.
No, I wasn't
Oh,
at,
okay.
at his wedding.
Oh,
No.
okay.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. He knew better than to have me
Not
there.
that year.
Not that- he knew to keep me away from that party because
Well-
I would have made a fucking fool
Oh,
of myself.
what a great time that was. I'll tell you.
I don't even. Did he get married here?
Yeah, I forget. I
He
think
must have.
I think it
'cause
was
they're
in
both
Lancaster,
from,
maybe.
Yeah, they're
something like
both
that.
from here.
Yeah, because all
That's
the
how-
Thunderfist guys were there.
Because
pretty
that's
much.
how like I forget how it goes, but his wife knows Mike,
Mhm.
like, and his ex. So like they all kind of have known each other for like a long time.
Oh, okay.
Like over a decade.
Oh, cool.
Because they all went to school together or something. So
Oh.
anyway,
Oh, there we go.
Sean, I'll be seeing you
Sean,
on Saturday.
I won't be. I won't
And
be
Matt
there.
won't
but,
be there, unfortunately.
no, but we'll.
and
we'll
Sean, you'll get to meet if you haven't already. You'll get to meet my drummer Mike.
There
It's
you
really
go.
Cool.
There you go, drummer Mike. Well, let's see. What else is happening? Going down to Florida again.
Yeah,
For the first time in a long time.
yeah. Oh, you didn't go last year. That's right.
No, I haven't been for years. No, yeah, I haven't been for a long time. So it'll be nice to get down and get some fresh cigars again. I haven't had them for a little while.
When's the last time you didn't go since COVID, huh?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Yeah,
because
I know.
I think the last time I was watching your house in February
Mm-hmm.
was like 2020.
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's been a long time, but it's just
That's cool.
The main thing is this time of year it's so up in the air as far as the weather goes. I never know whether it's
Mhm.
going to snow or not, and I have to take care of all that around here. So
Oh, you mean Oh, I see. Like if shit goes wrong, you got to go plow.
yeah,
and
like the
make
heat,
sure the business
the
is
heat
open.
went up. The blower motor went up in the heat in the office, so I had to order that part, and I just fixed that right before we did the show. As a matter of fact,
Oh wow.
but so
Oh,
that kind of stuff.
so-
There's always something.
So
There's
exciting.
always something going on. But whatever it is, it'll be nice to finally get through it. That's what I say.
Finally get through it. Go to Florida.
Let's get to the other side of
Are you
this.
is this where you go to the Salvador Dali exhibit?
Sometimes, yeah, that's a little further south than
Okay.
where we normally stay.
Oh, okay.
Um,
What are you looking forward to in going to Florida this time?
just cigars and
Just hot.
Just hot. No, it's actually
Not
not even.
hot.
It's not even warm enough down there for my taste. But
Really?
it'll be
No way.
it'll be all right.
It's gotta
It's
be-
like in the 70s, something like
Oh,
that.
man, but the sun is brutal out there. It's muggy as fuck too.
Sometimes, yeah.
Ugh.
It gets muggy during the winter time
yeah,
or
like-
during the summertime.
Dude,
or
like
whatever.
May is like hot down there.
Well, it's not going to be hot down there this time.
Mm,
Not that year.
not this
Not
year.
that year. But it'll be nice. It'll be good. We're going to wander around, see. We're in a little bit of a different area. We're out, let's see, west a little bit further than we normally are. I
Okay.
forget where it is, but
Do you guys just arbitrarily go to like parts of Florida? or
Kara's
is there
mom goes
a-
down there for almost the entire month of February.
Wow.
Yeah, she drives down though, and she has a couple friends who have since retired, and so she like stops and she spends like 4 or 5 days with them, and then she goes a little bit further down, and then since Kara's brother lives down there, normally they'll go down visit them. So she's really moving around throughout the month. It's not just one spot, but
She's like the queen on the chessboard. She's moving
that's it,
all over.
over the place.
She's allowed to go. She
No
can go
limitations.
diagonal,
Yep, just
it's vertical,
that's
horizontal.
right. Just
every
can't do
which
what the
way.
knights do. You can't do the little L shape.
You can't do the L shit.
Yeah.
That's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but
I mean, it's not like you need to do the
the
L
queen needs
shape.
to have some limitations because
The
otherwise
queen-
it's anarchy.
The queen needs to rest.
That's right. She
Just relax for a bit. And finally, thank God, praise, long live the queen. She's finally dead.
I'm gonna start saying that from now on rather than sorry I can't make it. Excuse me, the queen needs to rest. I'll be unable to attend.
Is he talking about Beyonce? What is he talking about?
I thought the queen died.
I
thought she was dead. Didn't she? Does he mean like rest forever, like permanent sleep? I don't know what.
Do I need to call the suicide
Is there-
hotline?
I don't know if there's a number we need to call. Do we call 911? Do we call 999? That's what they do. That's what they do over in
Germany.
England. They do it there too. Everywhere but here, just like the metric system. yeah, you gotta do it. Well, I'm excited. There's a couple of movies coming out.
Oh man,
that I'm quite excited. Actually,
Really?
tomorrow.
we haven't discussed this topic in like the longest.
What
time.
movie's coming out?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some stuff coming down the line that looks exciting. But tomorrow I'm going to see the second Avatar movie, which I've heard is not so great.
Oh, my parents want to see it.
But we're
Yeah.
going to see it in 3D IMAX.
Oh my God, James
So-
Cameron's he's gonna be he's gonna be right
gonna be
under your seat, and he's
so
gonna be
happy.
rubbing your dick
Yes.
through your pants.
I love it. I
That's
love
right.
it.
He's
That's
gonna
the
be
4D.
under. He's wait. Yeah, that's the fourth. That's the fourth D. Is your D. Okay? And James Cameron wants it. He
Oh,
wants
yeah.
the sweet nectar that's gonna erupt from your.
It's going to be blue.
It's gonna be blue, baby. He's gonna make that shit. He'll make it blue. It's not usually blue.
It's
Okay?
a filter. It's the lenses. The filters.
No,
are
it's the way he does it. It's the way
Oh,
he squeezes
he's
them nuts.
He's got a
He's got a
special
technique.
That's
He's
what
been
it's all about.
developing it for
Yeah,
all
well,
these years.
Yeah, you have
Hit
to.
after hit. Are you kidding me?
He knows exactly what to do.
You don't
Any
think
color.
he's out on the street sucking dick just because he can and he can show you he's the best at it? Okay, why else make all these avatars? He's out there sucking dick better than you've ever had it sucked in your life. You'll want to leave.
He's
You'll
in
want to
some
leave
dark
your
alley,
relationship.
and this giant blue cat creature comes out from behind a
9
dumpster.
feet tall.
He's like, "Don't fucking look at them. Look at me."
Can you imagine how much of his mouth is filled with blue dick? CGI dick too. It's girthy.
That's it. He can make it whatever he wants.
It's veiny and everything.
Sometimes the skins fit. Sometimes they look distorted, but he doesn't care. Feels the same.
Sam Worthington. He's thank God for James Cameron's obsession with sucking dick
Yeah.
because that guy wouldn't have a job. He
Not a chance.
cooled off. He's so cooled off at this point
Mm-hmm.
that he's just like a penguin. He's frozen.
Yeah.
Okay. He's
Yeah.
like he's those chicken nugget, like you remember those little chicken nugget meals that you would eat as a kid, like the what's
Yeah,
it called?
We never had them. I saw the commercials though.
Yeah,
I was
they-
too
they have
poor,
little-
but we
they have
had the
penguins,
yeah,
like,
the
as
little
their-
penguins and the
their
polar
mascot.
bear and
So
the,
he is basically his career is one of those little TV dinners that have been frozen since 2000.
yeah,
2000 or 1999.
That's Avatar 2.
That's how hot his career is.
right.
Thankfully, Avatar 2 has given him something to finally be
it's-
relevant with once again. And James Cameron,
he's
up
waiting
there.
outside the theater. He's
Mhm.
like, hey, did you see Avatar 2? No? No? Fuck you. Move along. How about you? Did you see Avatar 2? Did you like it?
It's excellence.
I made it. I made it. He's that petty.
He's-
I made it.
Oh my God.
Oh, yep, that's
he's,
it.
he's delivering. He is delivering a career worthy, like an award winning reach around
Right.
performance.
Oh, it,
for you.
it really is. I'm all for it.
It's the way of the water or
It's
whatever,
the-
right?
It's whatever it is.
The
I
shape
don't
of
know.
water. What
The
was it? What's it called?
The weight of water. I think.
The weight of
the
water.
weight of water.
Mhm, the
Yep.
weight of water.
It-
Is there any auteur, so to speak, like this,
Mhm.
modern day auteur that sucks their own dick harder than James Cameron sucks his dick?
That's a good
And I'm
question.
not going to tell you. I just want to preface this all by saying, or addendum all of this,
Okay.
to say that this guy is a motherfucking master filmmaker. Okay, you watch Terminator 2.
Sure.
Okay, any of these movies any of these big movies, any of these
Any
great
of these
movies?
movies?
I'm turning into Trump right now.
Blueberries, peppers, squash,
Yes.
and cucumbers. Who does cucumbers?
Who
around
does
here?
Terminator 2?
I'm the only one.
I'm the only one. But you can't say these movies are objectively made. Aliens,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
To go from a masterful, first film
Mhm.
and make almost a superior second film,
Right.
companion film. Just
Rarely.
amazing.
Rarely do you get that.
Rare. But these Avatar jerk off movies are so over. This is kind of one of those. It's like John Carpenter in a way.
Right.
Like, you need to rein him in.
Yeah,
John
he does
Carpenter's-
need some bumpers on the lane.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's genius level when he's paired up with the right people.
Right.
Otherwise, nah. So James Cameron's going down the same fucking path.
Yeah, and I think that within the boundaries,
Mhm.
you can certainly create something. But I'm just excited because I really love the when we went on, like I've talked about this on the show before, when we went to what fucking Universal Studios or whatever it was, and we went on
Yeah.
that ride. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah.
fucking
I
god,
think you showed me a video of that.
I definitely
the
did. That's
floating islands. And
that's
stuff.
yeah.
Oh man.
That's the only reason I want to go see this movie, just to sort of immerse myself in that world again. I mean,
think you'd rather just go through the ride again.
I mean, granted, I could, but I'd have to wait in line again for 3 hours to get there.
Fuck.
This is going to be a lot faster.
You only
than
had
that.
to wait for 13 years for this second movie to come out, so I suppose it's not so bad.
I mean, I would.
But you got to wait at home, so that was better.
I could have watched watched this movie in line while I'm waiting
10
if I had the
times, probably.
technology. Yeah, if I had the technology, but
Well, they didn't have the technology even at the time.
well,
'cause
but,
they'd-
you know,
he's like he's like Steve Jobs. Make me new technology to make my movies.
get
and
the
they're like-
new technology people working on this immediately.
I don't know. I just want it to float.
Yeah, it's like George
Okay.
Lucas. It's like, I don't know, get all that green
Figure it out.
dust out of everything.
Yeah.
I don't want to see anything. I want it all to look real. Make these giant cat people look real.
I made Indiana Jones. And
Does
I'm-
this look real to you? Would you jerk off to this? Get it out of my house. This is James Cameron's house. If you can't jerk off of it, you don't bring it in here. It's on the door.
the archway is just like...
If you can't jerk off to it, it stays outside.
E pluribus jerk off in unum. I'm a little rusty on my Latin.
There's rules, all right? There are
in,
rules
in
here.
jerking off to this, we trust.
There's rules here at Casa de James Cameron, okay?
His living room has like rails, like camera track rails, so he can film like the 4D, like every which way.
I just want to see everything from all the angles.
And every morning he just jerks off in that room and
Oh,
films it.
he loves
Just
it
vigorously.
and he just
And he makes his wife watch. He
just
doesn't have
does
sex
it.
with her anymore.
No. You sit upstairs. Turn the 3D theater on.
Put the glasses on. Put the fucking glasses on. You want to experience this, Dick? There's a whole dimension you haven't even been. You haven't even seen yet.
You don't even understand
even
the
know
power of 5D. Okay?
There's a James Cameron dimension to this that you can taste my thoughts.
That's right. And trust me, you don't have the refined palate to understand what I'm thinking. Okay? All right?
It's like
Now
feeding-
watch me jerk off.
It's like filet mignon in a pig trough.
That's it.
Okay, you're sloppy, stupid
Yeah.
shit palate. Can't taste this it can't make out the difference between this and a Big Mac. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You know what? I'm thinking you're gonna have to move to the guest house because after this conversation, I can't even jerk off to you anymore.
I used to at least have your picture saddled right next to the porn I watch. Okay, at least to be a little bit included. Now, I was going right to Pornhub.
5D Pornhub. Let me tell you about that. Interdimensional porn stars.
I'm telling you, there really isn't that much difference between Avatar and like the innovations in porn.
Well,
Because porn is the cutting
drives
edge.
entertainment always.
He is definitely jerking off to 5D porn.
He's got a whole booth. He goes into like a salt tank.
I figured it all out.
He's like in a food tank
Some sensory deprivation.
with all these fucking electrodes and shit coming
They're
off.
just like shooting like
It's like
signals into his
what's
head.
what's that fucking Sylvester Stallone movie with Wesley Snipes?
Demolition Man.
It's like Demolition Man. They're like having like 3D sex and shit. They're not even doing anything. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. He's definitely I
think that this Avatar craze. This is all because he watches too much porn. He's a porn addict.
Yeah.
He's like, and he's on cutting edge porn because he's got all that money. He's
He
got
does.
his Terminator 2 money.
He does. He has
Dude.
his own exclusive porn company
He
just
needs-
for him.
He needs like 14 lifetimes just to experience it all. He needs to get on the Bob Barker health
I'm
plan.
telling you.
This is an untapped revenue stream. We found out. I don't know if this was on the actual recorded part of the show.
No.
We checked in with Bob Barker as we routinely do.
This motherfucker is still
He
alive.
just turned 99 in December. Woo! Come on down. You're the next contestant on Who Wants to Be a Centurion. You're about to be 100 fucking years old. He's born in the year 1923.
23, baby.
Why isn't he releasing a book or a diet plan or something?
Because he can't move.
He's held together by like craft glue, hopes and dreams.
No, it's a paint bucket full that's just labeled paste. He doesn't even have glue. He's like, I've had this my whole life. It served me just fine.
He just lathers up with it every day
That's
to keep
it.
him stiff enough to like go through this world. He's like paper mache. He's like a He's one quinceanera away from being a pinata that gets cracked open and all the candy secrets get leaked out, get explode out of him.
Oh, he loves it. He loves it's. He's just held together with all those 1 penny bids. They're $1 bids.
$1.
He just took all of them, just wrapped it around that, and an old slip cover that was for a dresser. That's
God
how he
knows
keeps it.
they had plenty of materials to give him.
Yep, that's it. That's
back in those Prices Right heydays.
But what I want to know, so Bob Barker, the ladies always loved him. Juan's bringing this up. The ladies are still keeping him young. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. You ever watch old episodes of the show?
He was a Don Juan. I didn't know that.
They used to come up and kiss him.
Oh my God.
They
Back
used
in
to
those
wear
days,
the T-shirts.
Juan. I think Juan. I don't mean to be so bold to say, but I think Juan grew up in the era of seeing some of that like a little bit more forward TV.
Oh,
where like the hosts are like making out with the
You
contestants.
mean sexual assault like television?
Yeah, sexual assault on daytime TV, and it was a routine thing.
Yeah, they're like,
Juan, I'd love for you to weigh
these
in on
kids.
this because I watched the Game Show Network, and every time
Juan
it
says
goes,
I did.
rolls back to those 1970s shows.
Yeah.
There's like a really weird amount of like sexual assault.
It does. It gets a little uncomfortable sometimes.
It's like expected.
Right.
Excuse me.
It really is like one of the things I've been watching Boardwalk Empire because I
really?
couldn't remember where I left off. So I just started the whole thing over again. And the more that I go through that, there's certain points in the show where I'm like, something ain't right here. Like the way that they're talking to each other, like this is not what you would have said. What you would have said could never be on television today. You know, like
Well,
even
yeah,
though
there's some
they're slipping in these
creative liberties.
these like racial epithets.
Oh, my
you know,
God.
they throw those into the show, but there's some stuff that just didn't end up in there. I mean, the
There-
Klans in the show,
Oh, my God.
like everything. Of
There
course
would
it
have
was,
been a
you know.
lot more N-words being said,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
would have been said by white people.
Well, that's
and-
in the show too.
Oh
So,
man!
yeah,
Oh wait!
that's-
So what level are we talking about here?
we're talking about like the way the characters treat each other and the reality of
okay.
everybody just being like
Oh,
degenerate
that's fine.
alcoholics. You know, yeah. There's a lot of that there. Juan's saying that Bob had a sexual relationship with Diane Parkinson, who was one of the Barker's beauties.
Whoa!
Oh, there you go.
Wow!
Yeah. Well, and he, I mean, I remember seeing like there were always these gigantic people that would get on the show and they would have these like, you know, quadruple XL shirts and they would just come up to Bob. They would be like, Bob, you know, please marry me or something
Sign
like
my
that.
tits.
Sign my tits, Bob. Well, little Timmy, I know you're homesick from the flu, but you're about to get a lot sicker. But this is for you.
This
Got to be a man someday.
literally- his entire audience is old people who are retired and kids who are homesick from school.
Yep, that's it. He's got that sweet spot right there in that time slot.
Funny enough, that's actually kind of the perfect demographic to try to encourage you to get spays and neuters for
Yeah,
your
sure.
pets, because old
Right.
people are constantly adopting pets, and so are
Constantly.
young children.
Yeah, but the young kids, they don't have a car to take them. So
That's
the
true.
kids end up trying to do it themselves.
Oh no!
And that's when Bob Barker's responsible.
And that's when
for
he
a
gets
lot
real-
of pet death.
real angry. A lot of
yeah. He does a lot of pending lawsuits. That's why he ended up having to retire.
He's got a bigger
It was a
body
forced
count
retirement.
than Richard Ramirez.
That's right, absolutely
Killing
right.
cat-
Yeah, Bob.
practicing on
He
cats.
didn't even need to carve anything in his hands.
Mm.
Yep.
Just
Yeah.
knowing that you've influenced that much death.
Yeah, I mean, he was you know, Richard Ramirez and Jim Jones all rolled up into one.
That's right. He had the persona and he had the
And the non
malintention.
grata. It was great. how about we do some weird news?
That's a persona non grata.
Oh
if I ever
my
heard
God!
it.
Please.
That's me.
All right, internet people. That was a little rough, but we made it through.
Hey, look, that was shit. But we tried to squeezed it all out in the
You
beginning.
know, I remember one time I was outside cutting the grass here, right? There's a little, for those of you who've never been here, there's the back property goes down in like 3 tiers because there's a pond at the bottom and it keeps the erosion down. I remember I was cutting the grass one day, got stuck in I think a groundhog hole or something like that by one of the fence lines. and I was so pissed off about it that I just jammed my foot down on the gas. Did one of the channels just got anyhow, I got so pissed off about it. There it is.
Yeah.
That I jammed my foot down on the gas. I gotta stop doing this.
Jam his foot down so hard on the gas that it's still
destroying our audio stream.
It can be felt today.
That's right, to this day. And the wheels were just spinning. There was this mud flying. I had it all in my hair. It was all over the place.
Oh man!
But eventually, the tire grabbed the ledge of the groundhog hole.
Grab the head
And
of
it
the ground.
that would have been great. I would have loved that. Goes flying through the air. But then it shot me forward in the tractor.
Okay.
So that was the
You ended
equivalent
up
of
in
the
the pond.
episodes. I ended up in the pond. Yes. Yeah. That almost happened twice.
Oh my god,
was-
dude! I'd
yeah.
be way too scared mowing with the first of all the uneven ground that you have to deal
You
with,
get used to it.
and the fact that you're by this giant body of water
Yeah.
that's probably housing a monster.
There's definitely a monster.
There's
in it of some
something
sort.
something
Yeah.
scary is in there.
Something lives in this body of water and has free access to the stream, which then
Oh my
can
God.
carry it out to the Lake Redmond.
Like Lake Retina,
Right out, straight out,
straight out.
right out there,
Right
right out
through the
west,
eyes.
right out west. That's it. But yeah, it's good. It's so sometimes you just keep spinning your wheels, and eventually you grab a groundhog hole, and then it shoots you forward.
It doesn't matter. Everything we do in this show is garbage.
It doesn't.
Okay,
If
when
you-
we
You haven't figured it out,
behave too well,
right?
when we
And that's
perform too
when they're
well.
like, "What? You guys were so funny last time.
you guys
Why?"
aren't trash.
What
No, I hate when
happened?"
people say. I hate when people argue with me and say, "No, your show's funny."
Yeah,
I don't. It's not.
I'm about to show you how unfunny this is. Okay.
Let me bring it down a couple notches here. Okay, because you'll realize the humor was incidental.
Have you seen my gas bill? Have you seen how much it costs for me to keep this house warm? What's funny about that? Somebody tell me, please. Anybody. Weird news time.
Just turning into a dad.
Help me, Jesus! Help me, Jewish God! Help me, Allah! Ah!
Weird news on the Kickstarter match.
Help me, Tom Cruise! Tom Cruise used a witchcraft homie to get the fire off me! Oh, help me, Oprah Winfrey! Ah!
A tarantula enjoys a fine chewing gum. A human torch is denied a bank loan. The arsonist has authorship.
And now with this week's weird news, here's Mitch.
Righty, folks, here we go for some weird news. Let me get the video up here for our viewers who are getting to enjoy the entire experience.
That's right.
Not just the part that we deem recordable.
Go back and watch our Facebook live stream or YouTube.
Or YouTube.
Or
Facebook,
whatever. We don't
also
do
YouTube.
Instagram, right?
What? No,
We
it's
don't
not
do
on
it.
Instagram.
Yeah, we
anymore.
don't do that.
No, we don't do
We
that.
don't do that.
Because
Because
it only shows this one seat, and there's no point in looking
Yeah.
at it. Because then that you'd only get part of the weird news, just the middle of the screen.
Oh, really?
It just cuts off the left and right side to make it square. Because
Even what we
Instagram is
project?
determined for it to be fucking square.
Really?
Yeah.
Even when
It
we-
has to be a portrait mode.
Oh my god!
It's
it doesn't
stupid.
it doesn't like reformat anything?
Nope.
Are you kidding
No
me?
blocks. Nope.
Well,
Yeah,
fuck that
it's
shit.
stupid.
Who even cares about Instagram anyway?
One day they'll fix it, but
This is
not that day.
My largest no, it's not.
No.
My largest social media presence is this show, by the way.
Yeah, there you
If
go.
you know me on social media, you know, like I don't even do anything on it.
That's it.
I just exist on there just to make sure that like people know. That way, my ghost can just float around in the future. You know, wherever the.
I just watch it for I just watch it so at the last moment I can laugh at all the things that happen.
Yeah, it's
In
really
my
more
life.
just my window into your life.
Right. That's
Okay.
right. That's exactly what
It's
it
for
is.
me
I
to
just
look.
want to see what's going on. This is my telescope right here that I've got. And
It's-
I don't have it pointed at the stars, but it is pointed at Uranus. So so first up, so for our first story, I'm telling you, here it is.
All right.
A pop-up urinal crushed a man to death in London's theater district on Friday. He was pissed.
I am so sorry to the man whose life was claimed by this pop-up urinal, but that is fucking hilarious.
I love
I'm
it.
sorry.
I
but-
love it. So, I included
because I can't help but think of him being like, you remember those Play-Doh things you used to squeeze?
Right. Yeah,
like,
yeah, for the hair or
make-
whatever.
yeah,
it'll come
make
through.
hair or spaghetti.
Yes, yes.
That was this man right here.
Mm-hmm. You know it was, but it just went through one tube. That was the urinal.
It's like what do they call it? Murphy's Law, right?
Yes, whatever can go wrong will go wrong is exactly right. So the image in the background here with the building in it is the crime scene photo. This is all that was provided by the media outlets, and I said I have to know what these fucking things look like up close.
Yeah.
Found several of them that are made of plastic that look like these hand washing stations that are out here.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, these are not urinals. I mean, you could piss in them, but these are definitely not urinals. You know. So then I found this picture, and when I zoomed out of this picture even further, realized that this picture was at one point the very same urinal that crushed this man to death.
Oh my God. You found the culprit.
I found the culprit. Yeah, I have his photo just in case the police are interested. Call me at 5555.
I like that it's right outside of a Harry Potter exhibit.
Emergency. Yes, exactly right.
Where the magic happens.
Nothing
where
more
a man
fanciful.
can go
Yeah.
magically go from one whole full person
That's right, to a hamburger
just
person.
in the hamburger meat so quickly.
So firefighters used a winch to free the man after he became trapped under a hydraulic urinal at the Cambridge Circus, a busy intersection on the city's west
Oh my
end.
God! Yep.
So
it really is the same goddamn one because they're
Yeah.
they're yanking it out with like
Yes.
a winch, like like they found Bin Laden in the hole he was hiding in.
So
They're like
get
yanking-
out of here. Yeah.
pulling it out like a mongoose would a snake. This is crazy.
So the Metropolitan Police Force said that the man is thought to have sustained crushing injuries while working on the telescopic urinal. He wasn't even taking a piss.
Oh my god.
That's the thing that really sucks.
Oh my god, dude. That's
So he's like, I gotta fix this. People need to take a leak. And then that was it. That was the last thing he ever said.
I mean, just at the face value here.
Yeah.
You would assume, based on this photograph,
Mm-hmm.
that at the very least, someone was going to be submerged under the ground. Okay, and even though alive, they might be standing in that little alcove
Mhm.
meant for human beings.
Yeah, but I want to know, like, to me, I don't know about you, but I think I could crouch down and fit because you can sort of see the compartment, like the division line here, right?
Yeah,
You see
yeah.
the seam
Yeah.
that's in the middle of it here. That
Uh-huh.
part comes down and then the whole thing lowers,
Yes.
right? So I feel like I could fit there in that one spot. Don't you think? Don't you think you fit in that little spot there? I mean, no,
Okay.
down below.
There.
Like that would be, you'd really have to squeeze in.
Sure.
But I want to know, like, unless it went off like a gun, it was just like,
Oh my
bam. That was it.
Splat, dude. It was like one of those,
Yeah.
the drive-through bank tubes.
Yeah,
that's
right.
what it reminds me of.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it's just like that. But yeah, unless it was one of those situations, if this happened slowly, like the fucking trash compactor in Star Wars, like
He was just screaming and he was just holding the sign.
it's like fucking Austin Powers. Like you're about to get run over by a steamroller. Yeah, I feel like you could have squeezed into that spot, but I could be wrong. It might be smaller than it appears. I mean, it is England and everything. So
Well, I mean, so let's see. That it really is scary because I do think that even if it was moving at a fairly moderate pace,
Yeah.
Let's say it was going like,
yeah,
took about 4 seconds for
Right.
it to retract back into the ground.
right.
That's still a very fast amount of time. Let's say it takes 10 seconds.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
10 seconds is pretty liberal.
Right.
If you kind of trip up and you fall and you can't get your balance or you can't get back up,
Mm-hmm.
you could very well get your legs kind of trapped out. Like,
Well, yeah,
it could
that.
it could just smush the wrong parts of you.
It didn't sever anything, though. It just crushed him inside of it like he was a can.
I know. No matter how you slice it, it's kind of absurd.
It really is
Like,
crazy.
what?
Yeah.
Let's keep reading on.
So
I'm
the force
curious.
said that despite the efforts of emergency services, he was pronounced dead at the scene. So his identity was not released. The retractable urinals are dotted through London's entertainment district, stored below ground during the day and raised up at night. That's the opposite of what I thought it would be.
Whoa.
Yeah, I thought it would be the exact opposite. So the best part,
And
the best thing to do
meanwhile-
would
Go
be
ahead.
to like set up your chair on top of one, and then as it extends up, then you can perform on top of there.
I think that I feel like this man's death was in vain, like in
Yeah.
so much so that there's a porta potty next to
That's
the crime
That
scene.
was the kicker
a
because
conventional porta
I was like,
potty.
nobody fucking died in that blue thing. That didn't
Right.
crush anybody.
No, I
and
mean-
then I realized the winch was not attached to that once again, when I pick these images out, they're very tiny on my screen, and then
Oh,
once
yeah.
we blow them up on the TV, we can see them a lot better for the
It
episode. But
took me a good while to notice that in
Yeah.
the first picture they were winching this thing out of the
that's
ground.
it. That's it. Well,
Only because you gave me the context of the other second picture.
and sometimes you just need that context.
That's right.
Context can really be the important thing.
Context is everything.
Context is everything, especially in this next story that we're going to talk about here.
Oh, God.
An 82-year-old woman was pronounced dead at a New York nursing home and found to be breathing 3 hours later
Well, somebody didn't do their job very well.
at the funeral home.
Oh man! Oh my God! A lot of
couple-
people didn't do their job very well. Holy shit!
Couple people definitely passed the buck here.
Where was this?
This was in New York.
Okay.
So a woman was pronounced dead at Waters Edge Rehab and Nursing Center at Port Jefferson on Long Island at 11:15 a.m. on Saturday. Okay. The woman, whose name was not released, was then taken to O.B. Davis Funeral Homes at 1:30. Police said that she was later discovered breathing at 2:09. So the woman was then taken to the hospital, and no update on her condition was available on Monday. The apparent premature declaration of death occurred days after a continuing care home in Iowa was also fined $10,000 for a similar incident. So they're like, she's sleeping? I don't know. Get her the fuck out of here. She's dead.
This bed is still warm. Is
That's
it?
right.
She's not moving a lot.
Yeah.
She stinks.
Get her out of
Her
here.
eyes are still closed. Just get her out.
They're really going to know the difference. She's close to death. She'll probably die on the way.
Her family will probably celebrate this.
They don't care. Yeah, this is just her inheritance. So
Stuff her in that urinal.
yeah, put her in the urinal.
Submerge her. If she's not dead now, she will be.
That's right. She'll get
Okay.
one last show tonight, and then she'll get crushed in the urinal in the morning.
She'll be halfway down to where she belongs, which is down in the fucking bottom of the earth.
Well, this story in Iowa, authorities in Iowa say a 66-year-old woman was declared dead on January 3rd, and then she was where she was receiving hospice care. She was then placed in a body bag and taken to the Ankeny Funeral Home and Crematory, where workers found that she was still breathing and moaning inside of the body bag. It's like a fucking zombie invasion. I'll tell you, what a thing.
What do you do at that point? You hear moaning in the body bag.
You
Do you trust
unzip her?
that they were
Right.
well.
You strap them down first.
What's Occam's razor?
Yeah, you
in this instance.
Yeah, you strap them. See, the question is, where does the zipper start and stop on the
Is
body
it
bag?
The feet, because you
Does it
could
go both
easily
sides?
check it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Because if you could just unzip the head a little bit, you can zip it up real quick if it starts biting at you.
Right.
That's what you need. You need to make sure, that the zipper. You just do it enough. Maybe you use a pair of needle nose so your hand doesn't get close and they nip your finger off. That kind of thing.
I think it's like you can, while they're in the bag, it's still safe. You can jostle them around and
Yeah,
be
fair
like, "Hey,
Mm-hmm.
what's going on in there?
Right.
Say something to me."
Keep it down in there. You're like poke them with a stick. Yeah.
You start kicking it.
People are trying to be dead around here.
It's supposed to be peaceful. I
Yeah.
took this job because I didn't want to deal with live people. God damn it, just lay down, stop moving, for fuck's sake.
I quit working for James Cameron because I was tired of hearing all the yelling. Shut up!
I have blue goo dripping down my face at all times of the day. I just wanted something to be a little bit easier.
It's not even a medical condition. It's a psychological phenomenon. They don't even know how it happens. It's completely out of the ordinary. Let's see. So she was returned to hospice care where she then died for sure on January 5th.
Because they never took her out of the bag.
Yeah. Just took the bag back and sat it in the chair.
This one's moving. Just put her back in the room.
She needs to cook a little longer. The New York case has been referred to State Attorney General's office for investigation.
They should have just started bludgeoning her. I mean, she basically went back just so she could die like 2 weeks later. What was the point of it?
Yeah. It's like you buy a half a gallon of milk
Mhm.
to make a cake or something like that.
Yeah.
What are you going to do with
You
the rest of the
splash-
milk if you
you
don't drink
splash
the
a
milk,
little
right?
bit in there.
You just leave it in the fridge and you're like, oh, wait, this isn't bad for another 4 days.
Yep, then it's
You're
all
going to use
bloated.
it? No, you're not going to use it. Leave it in the fridge, though, just in case we decide to make another cake.
This ain't no Bob Barker. She
No.
does not have the wherewithal or the genes to
No.
maintain her physical form
No,
for this long.
There's no ladies coming over to leaven her bread. That's for sure. Well, I'll tell you who was looking for something. A man walked into a Southern California police station, left a human jawbone, and other items, and then just left.
Yeah, I think you guys find this interesting. Been meaning to drop these off. What? Who was that guy?
This is a guy.
And they don't even know. They don't even know who he is.
The cops are saying that to each other. Who was that guy?
What's that look like to you?
Hey, buddy, you dropped your jawbone
Don't leave that trash in
and
here.
some other items.
That's littering.
Yeah. Juan says it's Dean Cain.
Oh my God, Juan! After he was at our MonsterCon, I would 100% believe that. I saw some old lady fawning over him. Isn't he fucking all alt-right and shit? He's like crazy.
Yeah,
Or he's
he
just
is,
like
yeah.
religious right. I
Yeah,
think maybe
he's
that's his-
religious, right? Yeah. Yeah, because he does all the movies with what's her face, Lacey Chabert and all that.
Oh my God, like Kirk Cameron or whatever.
Yeah.
Who's that like crazy guy? Is that Kirk Cameron?
Kirk Cameron, I
Grow-
think,
growing
is the one.
pains?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
ignorant son of a bitch.
He says, or is it Billy Baldwin? I don't know.
Equal amounts of
It
relevance.
kind of looks like Jonathan Frakes a little bit.
A little bit.
Like, gotcha again, though. Not this time.
Nope.
So the incident occurred Thursday in the city of San Bernardino, about 60 miles east of L.A. The unidentified man left what appeared to be animal remains and a jawbone. So, according to the police
I
department,
think the real crime is whoever did this lettering on the front of their police station.
no.
going on with
Put
that?
it down lower. Put it down under behind the grass and the trees.
It looks like it's so low and it looks like shit. Look at this A.
Yeah.
That looks like they gave up in the middle of it. What is happening?
What color's the side of the building? Cream. Let's do these in. Do you have a dark cream?
Yeah, it's just the next shade up. Let's do that.
We want it to be barely perceptible.
You
Maybe the criminals will walk right in.
It's like when you play those games that require like the various like light balancing.
Yeah.
And it's like slide the bar over until you can barely see the image.
Right.
That's where they stopped.
That's it.
When they chose the lettering color for this stupid police station.
Yeah.
And they made it in the most inconspicuous place.
Right.
Are they hiding that it's a police station? There's cop cars everywhere.
Right.
What are you what kind of incognito are you trying to achieve?
Well, so
It's clearly that you are not incognito enough for a man to set down a human jawbone on
Right.
your desk and
Right.
a bunch of animal parts. What?
well, the plot thickens here.
oh, okay.
So the unidentified man left what appeared to be animal remains and the jawbone, according to the San Bernardino Police Department. The man left and officers tried but were unable to locate him.
They got a
So
picture of him and they can't find him.
I'd like to
He
know.
walked into their goddamn police
That's
station.
what I mean. Like, okay, maybe you're behind the counter, maybe you're behind glass, something, but you can't fucking come out a door and find this guy unless he just disappeared into the night. You know?
Dude, I don't really know. I feel like you can just walk around and do anything in this world.
Oh, sure.
Like, because you got people like this. Like this reminds me of, like the Dahmer shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like Jeffrey Dahmer was like he encountered police. If there's anything good that the Netflix
Look at Ed
show,
Kemper. He used
Yeah.
to drink with the cops every weekend and talk to them about his crimes.
oh, and they didn't give a fuck.
No,
Didn't give a shit.
no, not at all.
Mm-mm.
And so
Just move to a place with a really incompetent police
That's
force.
all you
It's not-
gotta
it's
do.
Not hard to do.
That's
It's like 90% of America.
how long's your wanted list? 4,000 people. I'm looking for a house in the neighborhood.
It's looking like I might be living here now.
I think this is home. This is home now. You got a lot of cold cases? Enough to fill a freezer. Okay. Well,
Ooh.
all right. I got some urinals if you're interested in buying them.
My preferred killing method is crushing
Hydraulic
people
urinals.
with subterranean urinals.
Well, the turtles got to use them too. They can't be just pissing in Master Splinter's room all the time.
I'm like
They only had the
Buffalo-
one room.
They only had the one.
They couldn't sublet the sewer. It's against regulation.
That's why
It's
he
city
was-
owned.
He was their master, not by choice, but
No.
by obligation,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
he just had to live.
They
with
just
them.
couldn't pronounce landlord.
They
So
are in New York, so I mean,
Yeah.
technically,
Right.
there was still like $2,000 in the sewer,
it's true.
even
yeah.
though shit was floating by your bed every
Right
night.
down the tube. Yeah, exactly right. Well, it was not immediately known whether the remains were animal or human until the coroner's office determined that it was indeed a human jawbone. So,
It probably got around to the coroner's office by like a process that was like,
yeah,
whose was this? And they're like, did somebody leave some evidence out on the table? Who does this belong to? Let's set it in the lost and found for a while. I bet you it took like 3 weeks for them to get to the conclusion, get to the
if
bottom of this.
7-Eleven has a door chime, okay, the
Mhm.
police department should be should be able to do this so they know when someone comes in.
It's the simplest condemnation officer.
You can fucking get one at the dollar store and tie it to the handle. Get it from the clearance rack in January.
Oh my god.
Okay, little sleigh bells. That's all you need.
Oh god.
So police released a surveillance photo showing the bearded man, but we're still unable to locate him as of the time of this article. So maybe we'll find out what's
He kinda
going
looks-
on.
He kind of looks like my favorite cousin,
Yeah,
doesn't he?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. If he was like trying to go super incognito, except
Mhm.
he's got more like the gray
Right.
streaks going on these days.
Right.
This guy's all black. Like he's
Yeah,
got
he's
all black hair, almost like a fake looking goatee.
almost
It's-
like Creed got into the printer ink again.
Yeah, yeah. His kind of has like a face like that too.
Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? Well, speaking of who knows, data scientists
What
thinks he's solved the mystery of Bigfoot.
Oh,
Not by searching for the creature out in the wilds,
Uh-oh.
by examining the math instead.
All right.
Right. Get your Bigfoot calls ready, everybody.
All right.
In a new preprint study, data analyst Flo Foxon, this is absolutely a real person, says that many Sasquatch could actually be black bears, which can be roughly the size and shape of a Sasquatch when walking on their hind legs. He even came up with a simple formula. Okay. Sasquatch sightings were statistically significantly associated with bear populations such that, on the average, one quote sighting is expected for every 900 bears. Okay. So every 1 in 900 bears is usually shows up as a Bigfoot sighting.
What is this motherfucking metric? This could be
Base.
at 1 in 900 woods.
Yes.
1 in 900 people sees a Bigfoot.
1 in
What?
100. 1 in 100 gets to touch them. Yeah, that's it. It's all
And they
about the
shook
numbers.
hands.
So based on the statistical considerations, it's most likely that Sasquatch is really just a bunch of bears. So if Bigfoot is there, it may be bears. That's how he summarized it.
Are you telling me that bears walk in that kind of like that
The lumbering
that
sort
lumbering
of
swaying
but,
motion?
but
That's a very
they
human
don't.
way.
They don't.
But
that's the
what's
problem.
on, that's
yeah.
what's on the videos.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
what's described.
Right.
This is like a grasping at straws explanation.
Right.
For a
Well,
Bigfoot.
Well, you're right. But while Foxon thinks Bigfoot sightings might be explained by bears, he's also debunked a common explanation for another mysterious creature, the Loch Ness Monster.
Oh wow!
Right? He's just knocking
Isn't
them
it-
all
what
off.
is that, the whale dick?
I hate dreams. So some have speculated that the sightings could be spawned by giant eels swimming in the loch. Turns out his math doesn't work.
Oh.
He told the Telegraph he spotted a 3-foot eel in 1 in 50,000 events in the loch. So the eel that's about 20 feet or more is not big enough to be mistaken for
I think
Nessie.
this guy just likes to count stuff.
He's just like, it's like,
There
how
doesn't
many
seem to
bears
be-
you see out there? One of them's Bigfoot.
It's got to be
Next.
law of
No,
averages.
what the eel? Not enough eels. Next.
Dumb.
Dumb.
Stupid.
Next one. So at least for now, the hunt is still on, everybody.
That's right. Go find a real Bigfoot.
Go
finally,
find him.
and prove this Foxon guy wrong.
Catch him
Fucking
alive.
idiot.
Catch him live. All
Mhm.
right.
Maybe Foxon's a Bigfoot.
Maybe.
That's called modus operandi.
That's exactly
he has
right.
a motivation.
He's trying to cover his tracks.
He's besmirching all these Bigfoot hunters.
Well, somebody's got to do it. I mean, not that they're not doing it for themselves, but we still, you got to be considerate of those things. Well, speaking of being considerate, across North America, prognosticating groundhogs traditionally make their annual weather prediction on February 2nd.
Groundhogs? I thought we only had like one main groundhog here.
We do, but that's because we live in Pennsylvania,
I thought this is where the whole fucking
according to Bill Murray. But Bill
Yeah.
Murray lies.
what?
Okay, all the time.
Oh my
Just ask Chevy Chase.
fucking god! Oh my
And
god!
so-
No, I'll take Bill Murray's word over Chevy Chase's any day. Chevy Chase is like a fucking psycho now. Well, he always has been.
Right, of course. It's just gotten more psychotic with weight. So according, I guess, Puxatawny Phil
Yeah, that's
said
the
that we
one.
were going to have
Yeah, more winter.
more winter, basically. What a genius! So, but no one could have predicted what happened to the one up in Quebec.
Oh my. Okay.
Well, Fred Lamarmot,
is he? Oh no.
the Quebec cousin of Puxatawny Phil.
See, Punxsutawney Phil. That's like the groundhog for the country.
Yeah, I know. That's because it was in the movie.
Yeah.
See, so, but before that,
Where do you think they
there
got
was
the
also
inspiration?
Fred Lamarmot.
All right.
Okay.
Fred Lamarmot was still around. Okay.
Fred Lamarmot died shortly before he was scheduled to reveal the weather.
Fucking do it. I looked a little harder at this picture you have up, and I'm like, he's frozen dead, isn't he? He's fucking. He's Punxsutawney Ice Pop.
That's right. See, that's why he couldn't make it. I mean, it takes some it takes some real mirth. Is that the word,
Yeah,
mirth? To be able to make it.
That was one of the spices that Jesus got when he was born. Right?
That's right. Yes, yes. Franken herbs and mirth. Yeah.
Franken beans and mirth.
That's it. Cocaine and meth. So
Frankenstein's meth.
that's the only way he made it through. So he died shortly before he was scheduled to predict the weather.
It's eternal winter there
in the
Quebec.
Canadian province. Yeah.
I mean, isn't it always? Why the fuck are
Do
you
we
looking
really
to?
need to find out? Yeah.
Doesn't it snow there like all year?
Yeah.
365.
No, it's not the North Pole.
It is the
well,
North
parts
Pole.
of it up north further.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not the whole thing. Yeah, not.
I mean, yeah. What it snows? Maybe it snows like 360 days or something.
Yeah,
like that.
exactly right. Let's not get too crazy here.
It's called numbers, man.
That's
I'm a
right.
mathematician.
That's right.
Just like the last guy.
360 out of 365 days are Bigfoot.
Therefore,
Okay,
it's always winter.
it's always winter. So Robert Blunden, the organizer of the local Groundhog Day event, had to announce the death to the crowd of spectators eagerly awaiting the prediction.
When his family.
Sorry, everybody, we're dead. We're all gonna die
Sit
in
in
the
the
deep
water.
freeze. Yeah,
It's all over.
you might as well just head into the lake and just wait there until death consumes you, because
You ever seen the Night King from Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
That's who's going to come and slit
That's
your
all
throat in the
it's
middle of the night.
I can't tell you what's going to happen. It's all we got. When I went to wake him, he had no vital signs. He
Also, that guy's name was it Blunden?
Blondin.
When his family emigrated over to Canada or
Yeah.
whatever from Europe,
Yeah.
they're like, "Where are you from?
Yeah.
London?
Yeah.
Do you have a last name? I don't
No.
know. London. That's you now. You're Dave Blunden."
That was the one day that Chris worked at Ellis Island.
That's totally Chris. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Chris, this is why we need you here.
That's right. There
Chris,
you go.
where are you? Chris is like this groundhog.
he's just dead.
Pronounced dead at the scene. He's DOA. When they pulled him out to give his prediction, he was fucking dead. Couldn't be bothered.
Yep, that's it.
But
Well-
you know what? They might put him in a body bag. He might wake up in like 3 days.
Yeah,
So,
exactly right. Just give him a little time and send him to a crematory, and
Yeah.
he'll wake up real quick.
Send him to New York.
That's all you got to do. That's all. Just keep him away from England, because he's going to get crushed in a urinal. We know it.
Oh.
So he.
That's why he left London. Excuse me, London.
Yeah, right. So
I didn't
he-
want to get crushed in the urinal like
yeah,
my grandfather.
right, that's right. All these urinals were destroying my family
Subterranean.
line. Yeah. It was a hate crime. They were had a vendetta against us, like the Capulets and Montagues.
We have historically small bladders in
That's
my
right.
family.
I can't help
All right,
it.
we
It's
need
it's
to
a
pee
medical
every
condition.
5 feet.
It's genetic. Yeah, it's more like a countdown timer every time we go
These
somewhere.
things are like quicksand for me and my family.
my
My
wife-
tree's getting smaller and smaller.
my cousin Billy, I'll tell you, he's got like an anxiety problem. He walks around all the time. His ass is full of piss.
Piss all over the walls,
He's
the ceiling.
pacing. He's pacing and pissing. He might as well be Liam Neeson. You know, that's it. So he suspected that Fred passed away somewhere in the early hours at the age of 9. So,
He passed away sometime last week as his food bowl was empty.
as he was still wearing his Thursday underwear.
Someone just
Clearly
forgot
labeled.
to take care of him. He died in this little stupid groundhog house that they have for him.
The food and the water bowl have been frozen solid.
And he's like got his paws in there. He's just dead, trying to eat whatever's left. I guess it was natural causes.
That's it. What a shame. He died so young, the ripe old age of 9.
I love that this picture, by the way.
Yeah.
It looks like the guy is looking at him and observing the fact that he is now deceased.
Right. He's like, yep, definitely dead.
He looks like
I
he's
guess that's 4
frostbitten.
more years of winter. That's
4 more years till we can get a replacement.
That's what they say.
It's
well,
winter until we get a new groundhog.
it's winter time until winter is over. All right. Winter has arrived.
Winter's here, and it will be here until I say it's gone.
Exactly right. Well, despite Fred's demise, the Quebec event went ahead with a plush groundhog as a stand-in. They were like, fuck it, we don't need him to be able to breathe. Let's just put him up here and see if this stuffed animal has a shadow.
What the fuck is this shit?
This is Canada. This is what they do. They take it. They're like, no, it's okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, everything's all right.
Alrighty.
A group of children made the official weather prediction instead of the groundhog, just as accurate, I'm sure.
The same mental acuity.
They all foresaw a prolonged winter, apparently. One of the groundhog's sons, Fred Jr., a very strong family line,
Oh, okay.
will take his dad's spot next year. That's got to be fucked up, you know? Like
Your dad died doing this job.
The king is dead. The king is dead.
It's your turn
It's
now.
your turn now, Junior. Get in that fucking hole. And you better figure out how to rub some sticks together or something, because we're not changing out the food or the water.
We have a very harsh light in there so that you can get used to your shadow.
Listen,
We don't want you to see
the food is
shadow.
still good. It's been frozen the whole time since we
It'll
tried to give
fall.
it to your dad. So you figure it out. Breathe on it or something. I don't know.
Pants on it.
Yeah, whatever you need to do. Figure it out, but be ready. Because if you're dead next year, we're wiping out your family line.
We'll start over with the groundhogs
That's
across
right.
the street.
That's
The
right.
Johnson
We'll start
groundhogs.
getting the kids to do it.
We'll make the kids do it. They're easy labor.
They're easy.
Okay, they're easily
They don't know what they're
manipulated.
doing. They don't know what they're doing.
They say whatever you want them to say.
That's right.
More winter, less winter. It's whatever's going to sell more coffees out here in Quebec. That's
give
how
them-
we sustain our economy.
That's exactly right. Tim Hortons is loving sponsoring the groundhog event.
T-Hose loves it when the shadow is seen.
Let me tell you what, that groundhog was full of Timbits too.
And that's
So,
that's right. And that's why we know that they didn't do it, because they
Mhm.
want the groundhog to see
He
the
died of
shadow.
diabetic shock.
He didn't have his insulin refill. His pump stopped working.
I mean, they got universal health care. Well, sorry. Don't
sorry.
cover groundhogs.
That means everybody gets in line before you if you sleep too long.
That's
And
right.
Guess what groundhogs do?
Yeah.
They hibernate.
Sorry you picked a job. You only work one day a year. Paycheck
Me
must be
too.
rough.
Me
all right?
too.
Get your fucking hole. Eat
Work-
this cold food.
Does he work for the government?
The groundhog
Is
definitely.
he on the GS pay scale? Is what I'm
this is a
wondering.
good question.
Particularly the one in Pennsylvania.
Right. Well, it's got to be some sort of,
It's local. It's probably like state.
Yeah, it's got to be.
State government.
Got to be. He's got to get some pretty good benefits, I'd
Yeah.
imagine. Well, so news of Fred's timely death cast a shadow on Twitter and inspired some wisecrack.
Shut the
The
fuck up.
final hibernation, they said. So there you go. People are still dumb. Groundhogs are still looking at it. They're like, hey, think it's gonna snow more? No, you got. I don't know. He saw his shadow. You mean the sun is out today? No. His shadow came out today.
If they see the shadow, there's more winter, but if they don't see the shadow, there's less winter. What is the
Right.
what's the weird analogy behind that? I guess it's that
Clouds.
if it's more cloudy by the time it reaches February, it means winter's probably like almost over.
I guess.
Whereas if it's more sunny,
It seems like it should be the opposite.
I would think that. Look, we haven't had a winter to speak of here in Pennsylvania.
And we're going to keep it that way.
Yeah,
Keep it that way. I've got a whole pallet of rock salt, and I want to keep that until next year.
Yeah. Fill up a shotgun with that rock
Yeah.
salt. And if that groundhog comes out and they say he saw the shadow, I'm just going to tell you, don't shoot the groundhog
Nope.
because he can't speak English.
That's
Shoot the man holding him in the face.
That's-
just to wound.
That's
Not
a
to
bumper
kill.
sticker right there. Don't shoot the groundhog. He can't speak English.
He didn't say
That's
what's
all-
happening.
All you need to know is if they don't speak English, don't shoot them.
Shoot the interpreter.
Shoot the interpreter. Let them translate the shot.
Shoot the messenger.
Shoot the messenger.
Please.
That is shoot the messenger, please. It's all-
Brought to you by the U.S. Post Office.
Brought to you by the Kickstarter with Matt and Matt. Message to you by Kickstarter with Matt and Matt. So please shoot the messenger.
Shoot them.
Shoot them, please.
Shoot them dead.
Shoot them dead. We're dead.
That's
So-
it. Shoot us.
That's it.
God, please come shoot us.
So we're gonna be dead next week, and
Come John Lennon us. We're gone next week.
That's right. We're gonna
Um,
be gone, but we'll be back once I start releasing new parts of our catalog that we never intended.
That's right. And they start doing that new porn that they've been
Yeah.
promising us.
Oh,
And
I'm
Avatar
ready.
3's coming
I'm
out.
ready.
Whenever they get it to the point where basically you turn on the porn,
Mhm.
you orgasm immediately
Yeah.
because of what happens in your brain. It's
Right.
like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Okay, that's when James Cameron's going to release Avatar 3.
I can't wait.
Each time a new Avatar is released,
It's
There's better
technology.
porn.
Yeah, it's technology.
just go
driven. Yeah.
Update your porn catalog.
Yeah, he's like, this is so easy to make all of this stuff now. I'm just going to make another Avatar movie.
Revolutionized it.
Yeah, I'm going to put in a whole
And
other theater.
I'm going to tell you something. If he's not hiring, I'm going to go on his IMDb later tonight.
Yeah.
And look and see Avatar's IMDb, excuse me.
Oh.
And look through all the cast, all of the production team.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see porn credits on,
Oh
on their
my God.
resumes. If I don't, then he's not cutting the fucking edge. Is he?
He doesn't get it.
He is not
He's
the
not-
cutting edge.
He's not ready to push the envelope.
Mm.
No, he's too busy pushing other parts of himself
That's right.
into other people in
Mhm.
alleyways,
Just
smushing them together.
right against them.
That's
Undesired.
it feels so good to have those tentacles
So
intertwined. Let me tell you
blue.
what, it's so blue, it's so blue.
I love blue.
I love blue.
And we're blue.
Dee, Dabba Die. And we'll see you next time on another episode of Kickstart with Matt.
And Matt,
And that's it, folks.
all of it.
Go get yourself some blue juice.
And if you don't, somebody's gonna blow you.
Oh, it's bluing or blowing. Whatever you got time for. Whatever I guess, you know what?
No, it doesn't matter.
Valentine's Day's coming up.
That's right.
You're either blue or you're getting blown.
Hopefully, if James Cameron has anything to do with it, then
And-
yes.
And how could he not?
Go see Avatar 2 in theaters this February 14th for Valentine's Day. Brought to you by James Cameron.
He's gonna fuck you one way or the other.
That's right. He's gonna get you.
You might as well give him your money.
You might as well let him. It's a lot easier that way.
All right. Well, there we go, folks. Juan and Allison, you both made it through. You soldiered on. I don't know how.
You sold your souls.
You sold your souls. You sold your souls to the show.
All of
But
this
yes.
nonsense.
Well, I forgot to fucking talk about the thing that once
you
again
brought the
I
thing
brought
out
it, and
and you
I forgot. And I forgot to get out again.
wanna
Well, I'm
save
going to
it?
talk about. No, I'm going to talk about it.
All right,
now.
let's do it.
So I was at Ollie's the other day, and walking down an aisle that I normally don't go down, the game aisle, because I don't care for games.
Yeah.
And I found this that I did not know existed.
Oh wow!
This is an
Anchorman, the
Anchorman
game.
teleprompter game.
Oh wow!
So it's basically like
Sex Panther exclusive 60-second timer.
yes. So it's basically like
Improper teleprompter.
what the fuck do they call those things where you fill in the words?
Yeah, it's kind of like
God damn it.
the Things game. There's a game I used to have called Things, and you would basically like fill in
Yeah, there's a
phrases and gaps. But it Mad Libs. Right?
Mad
Is
Libs
that the
is
one?
it. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to think of. But yeah, so there's I don't know what the rules of the game are, but just
that's fine.
the function of it is you basically you start off with a teleprompter card like this,
Oh, I see. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
and you take it and
Got all these prompts in it.
and you put it. I don't know what. I guess you're supposed to put it on it. There's different cards, for the different members of the news team for
Oh,
everybody here. So we got
sweet.
Ron Burgundy, Brian Fantana, Champ, Frank, Wes Mantooth, Frick, Veronica, Dorothy Mantooth. So all these people, the mother, the mother,
Who's never even in the fucking movie. Oh my god.
So you take that, you put that on the teleprompter thing, and then there's all of these different words in magnets,
Oh, sweet.
and you use them to so they're color coded. So the brown ones are on the brown, the black's on the black, and the yellow's on the
Wow.
yellow. And so the idea, from what I can gather, is to see who can get through the most teleprompter cards without laughing.
Oh, okay.
And so it seems like a very nice game to play.
Yeah.
One that potentially we could really, in these slow beginning segments of the show, we can just whip this fucking thing. out.
Yeah.
That's the whole reason why I got it.
in the Patreon.
Yeah, and the
thing.
Patreon. That's right.
No
we
one's
got-
gonna pay for anything.
Nobody's
We're
gonna pay.
taking our Patreon down.
We're just gonna.
we're keeping it up.
We're keeping it
We're
up.
keeping it
That's
up forever.
Yeah, because every once in a while Tyler decides to give us money. again.
That's right.
And if he keeps
We
doing
need
that
the money.
long enough, we're gonna be in real good shape.
It helps us pay for the things that we need, like
Like
more.
more
bandwidth.
Anchorman games.
More Anchorman
like
games.
more Anchorman
That's right.
games. So we've got that now to add to the repertoire. But anyhow, that's all we got for you for this week, folks. Thanks for joining us again. We will see
for
you
being
after
here.
the holiday, 2 weeks from now.
Enjoy your Valentine's Day.
Enjoy your
Go
Valentine's Day.
go make sweet love to James Cameron
yes.
because he's
He's waiting.
he wants to make he wants to make the kind of love to you that no one else ever can because they don't have the technology. But he created it.
Let me tell you what, technological whirlwind doesn't even begin to cover it.
North Korea is emulating what he can do, and not because
And not well.
only because it's bad. It's like, imagine if a blender tried to make Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
It's meant to disincorporate whatever's put into it. It's not meant to give you joy, but it's in the children's hands now.
Just like our show.
That's right. They stuck
It's
their
just like
hands
the
in
show.
2 little blenders,
Too late.
and then they turned the game on.
We didn't ask you to do it. You volunteered for this.
You wanted this.
You wanted this.
It's
not
an
us.
experience. It's like Hellraiser. Oh my God, is James Cameron going into the Hellraiser dimension?
I hope so.
I
I'm
think that's
waiting.
where he's
I'm
heading.
waiting for James
He's
Cameron to
heading
do it.
into. Oh my God.
I want a
The bombshell.
Hellraiser Avatar crossover.
Oh my God.
The tentacles
my
turn
God.
into chains, and they
Tentacles of fate.
Oh, it's tentacles.
All right, get out of here while you still
We
can.
love you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Run.
Run.